What's going on, y'all? It's Top Shelf Cole, and we're going to walk through the Top Shelf Investment Strategy Level 1 today. So, if you have not opened your brokerage account, if you are not currently investing to build wealth, then this is what you need to lock into right now. Close out all your other windows, and let's walk through this investment plan so we can get you going, right? This is, again, for those of you who have not opened a brokerage account, you are currently not making investments, but you want to build your wealth. If you're working, right? Let's read the sub headline: A Hustler's Guide to Success in the Stock Market. If you hustling, you grinding, if you got income coming in, you making some kind of money, you need to invest some of that for wealth. What happens is we live paycheck to paycheck. I get paid on Friday and I spend my money throughout the week. I'm buying food, clothes, right? Rent, car note, insurance. And then on the next Friday, I'm like, damn, I'm waiting on the next paycheck already. I'm already waiting on the next paycheck. When the next paycheck hits, it's the same thing. We look up after a year and we don't have any money saved. I don't have any money. I don't have any wealth. I can't go buy the new car. I can't take the new vacation. I can't buy my home. I don't have equity anywhere, right? So this is for you. This is for me. So let's dive in. We're going to learn the basics here. When we're talking about building real wealth, you need a plan. So that's what we're going to get into, is the plan. For me, just so you guys know how I started, I did not have thousands of dollars sitting around waiting to invest. I was working. About 50 hours a week at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and I realized the same thing I just told you all. I need to start building wealth because I wasn't accumulating. I was just spending. I was getting income, but I wasn't building my net worth. Okay, so let's look at what is the stock market. The stock market is kind of like a marketplace, but instead of buying commodities, you buy shares of companies. You buy pieces of the company, which we call shares. It's ownership in that company. The company actually uses the money that you buy to grow their company, right? They create new products, they pay off debts, X, Y, and Z. You've got the New York Stock Exchange and you got the NASDAQ. I'll let you do your own research here. And then you could buy stocks for different reasons. You can grow your net worth. This is what we're really after. We really want to grow our net worth here over time. Now, you can also make profit if you buy a stock price at $100. In 2 months, it goes up to $120. You've made a $20 profit. You can sell and take your $120. Also, some larger investors care to have a say in the company. I'll let you do your own research on that as well. Some common terms: you've got stock, bond, dividend, portfolio, risk, and diversification. I'm going to let you all read this on your own time, but let's just look at risk. It's important to know that this is not guaranteed. When you buy a company, you're buying a share in that company with the expectation, the hope, you've done the research that the company is going to continue to grow in value, the stock price will continue to rise, and you will make money. In the event that that doesn't happen and the stock price falls, you lose money. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is no guarantee. That's why it's important to make the right investments. What is a brokerage account? A brokerage account is the financial account that allows investors to buy, sell, and hold investments. Right? You got stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. But this is a tool you use to actually buy your shares. You can use, well, let's walk through it, right? Here's a step-by-step guide. Step 1, research brokerage firms. I give you 2 here, and that's Fidelity and Robinhood. So make sure you do your research and pick the right brokerage for you. I'm not going to tell you what that brokerage is, but Fidelity and Robinhood are probably where you want to start. Step 2, start your application. So there is an application that requires a few things. Most brokers let you sign up online through the app. So just go to your app store and download the app and then create your account there. So that's step 1, download the app and start your application. Just download the app and start your application. You can do this on your phone or your computer, whichever one. There's going to be a number of accounts that you can actually start. A Roth IRA, a SEP IRA. I recommend just doing an individual brokerage account. You're going to have to verify your identity. So they're going to need to confirm who you are so you can follow the US regulations. You're going to need your social security number, government ID, driver's license, and some other personal information. Complete your verification, right? They're going to require you to take a photo of your ID. You're going to have to answer some questions. It may take a day to process, but just go ahead and go walk through it step by step. So that way you knock that out and they can verify your profile. You're going to have to connect your bank account. So this is step 4 in order to fund your account. So you're going to, once they verify your account, you need to fund it. Connect your bank account to transfer money that'll be used to buy stocks. So this will require that you have a bank account, checking account. And then lastly, start exploring the platform. So again, each platform will have different tools. But before you start buying stocks, explore your brokerage tools. You have tutorials, research tools, and simulators that you can practice without using real money. Take a look. If you're super new to just investing, use a simulator. Investopedia has a simulator that I like to use that I've used before when I was getting started, but your brokerage may have similar tools. And then look for key features like watch lists. The watch list allows you to keep an eye on stocks that you're interested in before you actually purchase them. So you can do your research. You can see how the stock price fluctuates and things of that nature. Here's a quick graph of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is just like your top companies in the market, and you can see that the majority of years you get a nice return. So y'all take a look at that graph and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, now we're gonna dive into the top shelf strategy here. So I really want you guys to lock in. Again, put your phone away unless you're taking notes, and let's take a look at this strategy. To start building wealth, you could follow this straightforward strategy. It's about setting up a steady rhythm, picking up reliable companies, and letting your money work for you. The first step in this strategy is the key to success, and that is investing 10% of your income. I'll say that again, 10% of your income. Each month, put aside 10% of what you earn for investing. Now, this is important because it builds consistency. If you have $100 and versus if you have $90, let's just be honest. You're not going to notice that $10 difference. I can spend $90 the same exact way. I'll spend $100. That 10% is what you're going to use to build wealth. Now, transfer bi-weekly. Most of us get paid on a bi-weekly basis. If you get paid on a weekly basis, then you need to transfer weekly. But I put this here because most of us will get paid on a bi-weekly basis. So every payday, transfer that 10% into your investment account. Doing this builds a solid habit. We cannot fault on this. The key to this strategy is consistency. Do not miss that 10% transfer. Build up to buy. Let your funds stack up until you have 400 to 1,000 before you start buying shares. Buying stocks at a discount if prices drop. Let's say I buy a share of Apple at $220, and let's say I save $600, right? And then when I have that $600, I buy a share of Apple for $220. Before my next payday, Apple might drop to $200, and I'm like, dang, this is a discount. Now I've got the extra funds in my account to buy that share at a discount without having to wait for another payday, right? And so it's important to have that cash on hand. And then last, investing in different companies right away to start building. Just because I buy one share of Apple, it doesn't mean I'm done. I need to diversify my portfolio. I cannot keep buying Apple because when Apple drops, my entire portfolio drops. So I want to have some Microsoft. I want to have some NVIDIA because those are going to raise, let's say NVIDIA's up and Apple's down. Well, my account is still healthy. So that's what diversification is. It's basically not putting all your eggs in one basket. So when one share is down, one part of your portfolio is down, the other part of your portfolio ideally will lift your worth up. Choose reputable companies. If you're interested in knowing what I invest in, what type of companies I invest in, I have 9 companies that I currently hold in my portfolio. I do not expand too wide but I don't just invest in 2 or 3 companies. I think 9 is my sweet spot right now. I can't see myself divvying too far from that. So if you're interested in those 9 companies, go ahead and book the strategy call that I will link here, so you can actually have a one-on-one consultation and we can chop it up. We can see what your interest is, what your goals are, and we can start to strategize and put together a strategy in writing, not just theoretically what could happen. Let's put it in writing. Let's say what you want to do weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly, 5 years, 10 years. Let's put together your strategy. Building a long-term strategy for growth is the key. Will it change? Absolutely. Are you going to have emergencies, expenses? Absolutely. But having that goal, having that North Star is going to keep you consistent. And that's what we need amongst ourselves, amongst hustlers. We need goals. We need to expand our vision. We got to keep it moving forward, again, on that North Star, on that money train. Feel what I'm saying? So this is the beginner strategy. It's right here. It's 4 simple steps. Let me recap that for you. Invest 10%. Transfer bi-weekly. Transfer that money into your brokerage account. Build it up. Let's get in between 400 to 1,000, and then let's buy some stocks on discount. And then choose reputable companies. I'll give you 3 for free. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Those are top companies. Now, check this out. Do your own research. Do not rely on my word alone. Everyone's got their own goals and vision, short-term, midterm, long-term. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I am trying to motivate you to build wealth for yourself and do things for yourself. Stop relying on your employer to feed your family and feed your own family. Consistency is key. Regular investing has a powerful effect. It's called compounding. This means your investments earn money, and that money earns money on top. By consistently adding to your account, you build wealth faster. Do your own research. Investing regularly helps smooth the ups and downs. Look, if I invest this week in Apple's at 220, I invest next week in Apple's at 210, I invest next week in Apple's at 230. What's my average cost? It's 220. It went up and went down. I have an average cost. Now, over time, you look at the charts and tell me, does Apple go up or down? Look at the charts for the last 5 years and tell me, does Apple go up or down? We know which way it's headed. All we know is up. They've been going up like an Apple stock. But it's plenty of other stocks that go up over time. Now, long-term perspective, this is super important. Me personally, I'm not in it, again, to get rich quick. This is about building wealth. This is about sending my kids to college. This is about funding a home. This is about driving a nice ride when it's time to put a down payment or to buy a nice ride. This is about wealth, y'all. Buying property, land, investing in real estate. This is about wealth, economics. This is about setting my family up for success. Stay patient, trust the process, and keep your eye on the long game. When you look up and you have $50,000, you can be like, wow, I started with nothing. Wow, I started with $100. And you're going to have $50,000. Now, when you look up, you have $100,000. That's my next milestone. We're going to be up, baby. We're going to be eating. So congratulations. Once you've done this, you've taken the first steps. Okay, now what's next after those first steps? Keep eye on your inbox. I'm going to keep shooting you guys some more tips, and we're going to reach level 2. Now, when you're investing $5,000 to $10,000, or excuse me, $1,000 to $5,000, we're going to hit level 2, baby. We're going to hit level 2 on that thing. We're going to put it in this. We're going to put it in the second gear. So stay consistent, stay curious, keep learning, and remember, you're building a strong foundation to your financial future. I'm going to see y'all at the next level. Check out these resources that I have down below. Download the PDF. Open your brokerage account today. I don't care what time it is where you at. Download it today. Download that thing right now. Open your brokerage account. Fidelity, Robinhood, whatever it is. Download it today. Download it right now. Let's start building wealth right now. Put 100 in that thing right now. We got to get hungry behind this stuff. Our employers, when you give someone how does it say? When you give someone the opportunity to feed you, you give them the chance to starve you. man, I'm not going to be starved by my employer if they let me go, if they're scaling down, if the economy starts to take a downturn and they have to, and the company has to downscale and they, have to let go of my position and I don't have any money. Now I can't pay rent. Now I can't feed the fam. Now I can't pay mortgage. Now I can't send my baby to college, right? We need wealth. Let's not take this lightly. This is life or death. It's really a war outside. And if we don't have enough to fund our individual war, if we don't have enough to fund our camp, then what are we doing? Y'all holla at me, man. It's Top Shelf Cole. Follow me on Instagram at Top Shelf Cole. I love to hear from you all. Please reach out to me. Book a consultation call with me. I want to hear your feedback. I want to start this conversation of wealth building. I want to learn from you all what it is you want to hear, what it is you're struggling with, what it is you're trying to accomplish, what are your challenges, what are your strengths, what are you good at? How can we flip that strength into some paper? It's really digital now, so digital currency. How can we, it's no more blue faces. Shout out to Ben Frank, but it's no more Ben Franks, man. This is digital currency. We need digital currency. Y'all holla at me, man. Top Shelf Cole. Peace.